On February 10th, the first gift arrived that morning. Abigail Carter found it on her doorstep, a small, heart-shaped box, its faded red velvet worn from time. At first, she smiled, assuming it was an early Valentine's Day order from a customer. But when she lifted the lid, her breath hitched. Inside, nestled against the fabric, lay a severed bird's wing. The bones snapped clean, the feathers still soft, and beside it a note, inked in shaky red script. "A piece of my heart, for my love." Her fingers trembled as she dropped the box. A sharp gasp escaped her lips. Slamming the door, she locked it, forced herself to breathe. But she knew someone was watching. On February 11th, sleep came in restless fragments. The house felt wrong, too quiet, the air too thick. She double-checked the locks, shut the windows, slipped a knife under her pillow. But when she woke, the knife was gone. In its place, resting on the nightstand, lay a fresh red rose and another note. "Don't be afraid, my love. Soon we'll be together forever." Her breath hitched. Someone had been inside. On February 12th, she ran to Liam. "I swear, someone's been in my house," she whispered. "They take things, leave things. What if they're watching me right now?" Liam frowned. "That's not funny, Abby. Do I look like I'm joking?" That night, Liam walked her home, checked every room, every locked window. Nothing, no footprints, no sign of anyone. But the moment he left, she felt it, that heavy creeping sensation, like unseen eyes pressing into her skin. Then at midnight, the tapping started, software, then harder. She squeezed her eyes shut, held her breath. The sound wasn't coming from the window. It was coming from inside the house. On February 13th, the storm rolled in that evening, wind howling against the walls. Abigail was finishing orders at the flower shop when the doorbell chimed. She turned, the door was open, but the street outside was empty. She swallowed hard, looked down. A single red rose lay on the floor, her stomach clenched. She hadn't put it there, and the bell hadn't rung before. She bolted, didn't stop until she reached Liam's house, pounded on the door. Liam opened it, startled at the sheer terror in her eyes. "Abby," she was shaking. "Someone's in my shop." He grabbed a lantern. "Stay here." She didn't listen. They walked back together. The streets were empty, swallowed by silence, except for the wind. But when they stepped inside, the rose was gone. No footprints, no trace of dirt. Nothing, except for the back door. Unlocked, slightly open. She took a slow step forward. Liam grabbed her wrist. "Wait." Then they heard it, a whisper, right behind them. "You shouldn't have run, my love." The lantern flickered. The door slammed shut. A shadow shifted in the dark. Abigail's scream barely left her throat before the knife plunged deep into her back. Warm blood pooled beneath her as her body hit the floor. Liam had no time to turn before unseen hands dragged him into the black. A sharp snap, then silence. On February 14th, the town woke to a nightmare. In the flower shop's front window, a new Valentine's display sat perfectly arranged, a bouquet of deep red roses, and behind them, two lifeless bodies. Liam slumped in a chair, his head twisted at a grotesque angle. Abigail, dressed in silk, posed like a delicate doll. Her dead eyes stared forward. In her lap, a note. "You're mine now, forever. Happy Valentine's Day." And somewhere, hidden in the shadows, something smiled, waiting for the next love story to begin.